Well, it is 1:58 a.m. and here lately I've been getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning, regardless of what time I go to bed. I just can't sleep. A real difficult time sleeping here lately. So, since my last video, which was my first video, my husband has put a cyber stalking charge against me. Took a warrant out for my arrest. The last time I was in North Carolina, came down to apply for a job in Raleigh. And while I was here, and even before I left, I was being contacted by guys that he was being sexual with, and had been sexual with while we were together. He tell me all kinds of stuff. One guy, he told that he was so tired of being with people who were unfaithful. That's interesting because he admitted to me himself that he's been unfaithful to me for the last year and a half of our relationship. And he tried to manipulate that guy into getting into a relationship with him right away. And we're not even divorced. We've been separated for, well, since August 27th of this year. So, it's interesting too, because I told him a long time ago, we had a discussion about what would happen if we ever separated, if we ever split up. And I told him that I thought that he would probably get into another relationship very quickly. I said, in fact, I would give you less than 6 months, and you will get into another relationship very quickly and forget all about me. And, oh no, he says that would never happen. It would take me a while to grieve, and I would stay single, and it'd take me a while to get over it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't believe it when he said it then, and I don't believe it now, obviously, because he's already in another relationship. Hasn't even been 3 months, and he's in a relationship already. In fact, that person that he's in a relationship with contacted me last night on Facebook. Well, actually, yesterday morning, and I didn't realize the message had come through because we're not connected as friends. At 11:34 a.m., while I was in court, this guy was messaging me. Or I think right after I got out of court. In fact, I think I may have been driving back from court. So, I guess it's just not enough that he has taken away everything from me that matters to me. He's completely destroyed my life, and now he's continuing to try to destroy it even more. I applied for a job before I came down here again to North Carolina. I'm in North Carolina now. Came down for court, not because I wanted to be here, but because I had to be here. But before I left Ohio, I applied for a job as a dietitian's aide. I just got word from the person that interviewed me that they can't hire me because of the cyber stalking charge. That would have to be cleared up first before they could hire me. So now this whole thing is affecting my ability to work. And I have a car payment to make, and insurance, and a phone bill, and medical bills, on and on. How do you keep from hating somebody whom you've loved and had a 3.5-year relationship with? We met in June of 2013 and continued to see each other until we got into a committed relationship with each other. So how do you manage your emotions over something like this to the point where you don't end up hating the person that's destroying your life. Because frankly, I feel like I am getting to the point where I hate it. And I've never hated anybody in my life. And I don't want to hate anybody. I really don't. But I want to be left alone. And I'm not being left alone. I have had numerous conversations from guys that he slept with, both while we were together, as I said, and since we've been separated. Another guy hooked up with him, went into the apartment, looked around, and it was obvious to him that somebody else lived there, or at least he felt like somebody else lived in the apartment. And the guy asked him, does somebody else live here? You know, we had things hanging on the walls like, our love grows stronger every day. You know, little plaques with sayings like that on it. You know, single people don't put that on their walls, and apparently he's not taking that stuff down. He did take our wedding photos down off the walls and put them in the closet. Well, this guy says that after they had sex, my husband pulled our wedding photo out of the closet and showed it to him. Showed him my face, told him my name, and said that we were no longer married. We are still married. We are married until a year and a day from the day we separated, because that's North Carolina law. We can't get divorced until then. We can't even file for the divorce until then. So yes, we're very much still married, unfortunately. And so this guy contacted me the day after my husband and I had a 3.5-hour conversation where he admitted to me that he'd been cheating on me. And you know, it was difficult for me to hear that. I think I've said that in the last video, but I was glad that he was finally getting honest with me. And he promised me that he would set the record straight, and that he would make sure that everybody who believed that the relationship ended because of something that I did to destroy it, he would let them know that he cheated. And that's why the relationship ended. Not doing that. So, I had to walk away from my home. I had to walk away from my job. I had to walk away from where my children live here in North Carolina, because I had nowhere else to go. Had to go back to Ohio to live with family. I'm unemployed. I've had 3 hospital stays since August, since before we split up, because of my depression.